Hey, everybody. Uh, I thought I would do a little video about this side hustle life I've been getting up to for the last few years. Uh, my friend Chris does videos, and a couple of her followers asked me to start my own channel, so I thought, hey, why not? But let's kick it off with a little bit of an information session about just my history with the side hustles. So guys, let's kick it in. Let's see what happens here. So I made a little presentation. Let's go right on to it. So I drive here in Victoria, BC, Canada. You can see I'm at just over 6,700 deliveries with UberEats since 2018. And I just started in December of 2022, so a couple months here, with Instacart. And I'm up to 168 grocery shops with them. Fun. The car I drive is this beauty, the Mitsubishi Outlander 2023. I'll be honest, this is my fourth one of these. I started off with a 2019, and then a 2020, and then a 2023, and then another 2023. I trade cars a lot. Sorry, but this is my dream car. I'm gonna have this one for a while. Highly recommend Mitsubishi. I'm not doing an ad for Mitsubishi, but I love it. I'm a big dude, as you can see. I like the roominess of it. It's awesome for Instacart because it can fit a lot of groceries. But yeah, so that's the type of car I whip around my little island with. So let's talk about Uber. I started in 2018 in August, right when it launched in Victoria. So when I started with Uber, there was only Subway and Boston Pizza. Legit, like two Subways, two Boston Pizzas. That's how we started with Uber. I was one of the first drivers on the road for them. They actually put an ad out somewhere on the interwebs, asking if drivers would be interested in driving for them, and they held a little information sign up session at a really actually shady hotel here in town. So I went and brought my driver's license, abstract, everything I needed, and signed up with somebody in this like dank conference room in this sketchy hotel we have here in town. And the rest is history. So it launched on my birthday weekend, and I was so excited. And I, got to the Boston Pizza and turned on the app, and nothing. So, first tip of this video is if you're in a city where Uber is just launching, which I doubt there's many of those left, but it's slow on the uptake. So from August till the end of December in 2018, my earnings were only $5,802.97, as you can see there on the screen. But you know what? I learned a lot. It being slower gave me a chance to really learn how to do this delivery gig. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun growing with Uber at that time. And at the time, I didn't really need the money. It was just literally just a side hustle. So yeah, let's jump to 2019. A bit of a difference. Uber started growing in our network, in our city, and customers started getting used to it. I got featured on a radio station because I handed out these cute little candy bags with every delivery. And we started getting some traction in Little Victoria, BC. So for 2019, I made 16,200 and change. 2020, also 16,700 and change. And you'll notice on these things too, this isn't just what I made delivering, but also referrals. So tip number 2, refer people. If you have other friends who want to drive, it pays. I probably have referred over 20 people at this point. Now, granted, about like 12 of them never even did a delivery because they liked the idea, but then never got up off their butts to do it. And then referral, bonuses. I've been paid as low as $50 for referring a driver, and as high as 400 for referring a driver. So get while the getting's good. If there's a high referral rate, uh, you know, talk to your friends, refer them, and then encourage them to get off their lazy butts and go do deliveries because they need to do a minimum amount of deliveries before you get paid. So refer disciplined friends. All right. So 2021, the earnings statements changed for Uber, so that's why it looks a little different. But in this year, this was uh, July 1st to January 1st, 2022. So it was only, I don't know. This was the full year. I'll just say that. It's the only statement I got. I don't know why Uber broke it up like that. But I made 20,200 and change for 2021. And then this last year, I did 19,000 and change for 2022. So you know what? I work a full-time job, corporate job. I sit here actually at this desk 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, doing my corporate things. So this truly is a side hustle for me. Don't get me wrong. I do a lot of hours on the road. When you work from home, after you're off work, you kind of want to be anywhere else but the office. So I hop in my car, toss on my favorite podcasts or music, and go deliver food to the fine people of Greater Victoria. So let's total that up. Since August 2018, I have made a whopping $78,091.09. That's pretty good for a side hustle, right? Almost 80 grand for just delivering food and listening to podcasts. I highly recommend this as a side hustle to supplement your income. This is not something to be your full income. I know a lot of people who do it as their full income, and it's stressful. You bag your car, and your expenses are crazy, and your tax season can be crazy. So I highly recommend this being a side hustle. We are independent contractors with Uber. We are not employees. And I don't want to be an employee. All these other Uber drivers saying we should unionize, we should be employees. Shut up. The freedom of this job, the freedom of being an independent contractor is what makes it attractive as a side hustle. For me personally, I like the ability to go online whenever I want, to go offline whenever I want, to turn down orders whenever I want. If you become an employee, stuff comes with that. Yes, there could be benefits, vacation time, sick time, whoop-de-doo, but also comes with that probably an acceptance rate you have to live up to, a quality rate you have to live up to, which of course I would live up to anyway. My quality is prime, but I'm just saying, like, the freedom is what makes this side hustle culture fun and awesome and easy for people to do to make a little bit of extra cash. When it becomes your full-time job, I tell you, that's the only way to do it is you have to do things like dirty apping. When you have to multi-app and do skip the dishes, DoorDash, Instacart, Uber, and then your quality is going to go down, and then your customer experience is going to go down. They're going to be pissed at you because you took their McChicken and 10 nug meal on a freaking tour of the city before you deliver it to them because you got other orders that are paying more that you're delivering first. I get the hustle, and I understand wanting to make the most money possible, but dirty apping, doing multiple apps at once, just is not good for any of us. Yeah, you might make some money, but you also might get risk of being deactivated for, a low customer satisfaction score. So please, if you want benefits, if you want vacation pay, if you want sick pay and all that, get a job. If you want the freedom of Uber and the other side hustles, then hey, hustle away, but do it right. Do it right. And you can make money. This number on the screen right here, I made this money while working a full-time job, while going on vacations, while being lazy and taking nights off. I almost 80 grand since 2018, halfway through 2018. That's That's a good side hustle chunk of change, shall we say. So, just to share with you guys, one of my best weeks. I don't think this is my best week. I just couldn't find the screenshot because like when you do this, you're scrolling through thousands of screenshots. Well, it doesn't matter. This is one of my best weeks. You can see there I did $1,228.18. Sorry for the beep. Somebody's trying to. I have something on Facebook Marketplace and they want to buy it. My goodness. But anyway, yeah, one of my best weeks was December 19th to 26th. That Christmas money is fire. If you're going to do side hustle food delivery, Christmas time is your money making time, folks. Man, Christmas Eve alone was just incredible. I did very few deliveries for a good amount of money. But yeah, that whole week leading up to it was just awesome. So yeah, easy 1,200 bucks in my pocket. And my best day, this is my best day, right there. $444.15 in one day. That was just Uber. I didn't do any other apps that day. I started at right when Uber opens in my market. So in my market in Victoria, Uber opens at 6 a.m. and it closes at around like 2 a.m. I went from 6 a.m. that day all the way until around 10:30, 11 p.m. It was a long day. Now, I wasn't driving that whole time. A lot of that time was spent, sitting in parking lots, waiting for an order, messing around on my phone, making TikTok videos, all that good stuff that you do while you're killing time. But 444.15, that's a primo day. The thing you got to remember with Uber, and we'll call this tip number 3. I think we're at 3. They only allow you to do 12 hours of driving time while you're delivering. The key there is driving time. You can be parked with the app on, and that's not counting against you. So I used to just drive around and around, and I found hey, it was more entertaining, but it was bad because it was killing driving time when I wasn't on orders. So sit your ass still and wait for the good orders to come. Every city has some awesome little hot spots. If you get there and you see a bunch of other drivers sitting there on their TikToks, maybe you should move to a different spot. I have about 5 or 6 spots around the city of Victoria that I go sit in. And there's different neighborhoods that I know are busy. So I bounce around and stuff like that. But yeah, sit still, wait for the orders to come to you. The algorithm used to be in my town, closest driver to the restaurant got the order, but then a whole bunch of drivers were getting sneaky sneaks and ordering like one Subway cookie themselves from the Subway they were at to like the furthest address they were allowed to deliver it to, and like make themselves a solid like $30-$40 for delivering a cookie. Uber caught wind of that. Clearly, this is the example of the bad eggs ruining the basket for all of us. So now the algorithm is different, and it doesn't matter if you're the closest to the restaurant. It has to, I'm sure there's a bunch of things. It's probably distance to the restaurant, last order, satisfaction rate, how quickly do you pick up and deliver? Are you one of the best drivers for that location? I'm sure they have a crap load of stuff in the algorithm, but it's not as simple as being the closest to the restaurant anymore. Sadly, because I used to deliver to my friends because they would call me and be like, "Hey, buddy, we're about to order Montana's. Go park next to Montana so you can be our delivery driver." I loved doing that, but now that's just not a thing anymore. So it is what it is. Sit your ass in a nice parking lot somewhere, surrounded by good restaurants, and wait for them orders to come. But last thing I wanted to share is this would be a normal day. So you can see at the bottom, I did 224 miles in one day. This is one big Uber shift I did. And 10 hours and 31 minutes of driving my butt around. So, Victoria's not that big, but this was still a ton of driving. So, tip number 4, have snacks in your car. Have a comfortable car. Be okay with, long distances, if it pays, you can always look at the kilometers. $2 a kilometer is pretty decent. I was never that picky. I just kind of took money. If it was like over $15, I'm your man, and I would take it. And I make good money doing that. But I am being more aware these days of kilometers, especially with gas prices. But yeah, this would be a normal day. You circle the map and do all kinds of exploring your local city and surrounding area. So yeah, hopefully that little video was a little informative for you. I'm going to do a whole bunch more content, but I'm not going to make these videos too long. So just, quick little snippets like this. The next video I do, I'm going to talk about my experience as a new Instacart driver. Only 168 orders in. So Instacart is a beast, and it's very different than Uber, but the money's there. So yeah, stay tuned for Instacart. But thanks for joining. I'm going to have a lot more of this content. Like and subscribe if you want to. No pressure, but I'd love to have you here. And yeah, let's go. Thanks for watching.